breaks loose, and it's about to happen. I'm going to tell you all about it in just a second. Put a shout out right now for noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Tesla's lost 69% of its total stock value. And many of you, they're not the only company, but many companies, the tech, big tech, and a lot of them are suffering greatly in the last 18 months, especially under the Biden administration's financial situation, with a rising recession, rising interest rates, rising hyperinflation, and total financial chaos under the current administration. You got to start wondering about your 401k. Now, we're hearing the word $2,000, and actually, I just saw where gold is now over $1,920 or $30 an ounce, and it's still rising. Bank of America says that gold will get to $2,086 an ounce next year. I think it's going to go higher than that. I predict as high as $2,300 to $2,400 an ounce. Good time to transfer that 401k into a gold or silver IRA. Get on the phone. Call Colin Plume or one of his associates at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. Talk about a 401k rollover into a gold IRA. Or move some of your savings, because you're not making any money on interest on it anyway. So move it into a gold IRA. Protect your retirement funds during this time of recession, and be ready when the time to retire comes. At noblegoldinvestment.com. Tell them Pastor Paul Begley sent you. Click on the link below in this video. Now, what I'm saying is this: Kosovo and Serbia. Let's talk about it. 1999, President Bill Clinton ordered the United Nations, or actually ordered NATO, to go in and to bomb the Serbs and to preserve Kosovo and to really separate the two nations. The problem was, here we go again. We have this situation. The Serbians are Christian. They're 85% Eastern Orthodox Christian. Kosovo is 95% Sunni Muslim, and they don't get along. The bad part is, in Kosovo, in northern Kosovo, 50 to 60,000 people living up there are actually Serbian Christians living in a Muslim nation of Kosovo. What really needs to happen is that northern part of Kosovo really needs to be transferred over into Serbia, so that all the Serbian people will all be in one country together, primarily getting along much better, and of course makes sense because of the bitterness between these two groups of people. But Clinton sided with the Kosovo Muslims back in '99, hoping for lasting peace. After NATO attacked, after 78 days of bombing, the Serbians agreed to sign a peace agreement with Kosovo. And they've been at some type of a peace, though UN peacekeeping troops remain in those two countries, separating those two nations to keep them at peace for the last 23 years. But that peace is running out. With Russia invasion of Ukraine, and with the war spilling over into the refugees of Ukraine fleeing into Romania, into Poland, into Moldova, into other parts of Europe, all of a sudden, Kosovo has decided to step up their aggression toward the Serbian people. So Serbia made a decision to close their borders, to put their armies on the border between them and Kosovo, to close their borders from Kosovo, or a potential Kosovo military invasion of Serbia. And the president of Serbia also is sending in, is trying to block off the roads in northern Kosovo to protect his people. He said, I will do whatever I got to do to protect my people that are living in Kosovo. This is setting up for another confrontation without question. And with the world preoccupied with the Russian-Ukrainian situation and with the trillions of dollars being poured into that area for that conflict, nobody's going to care a whole lot about what happens between Kosovo and Serbia. This is what happens when the spirit of world war begins. Arch enemies and arch rivals take the opportunity to secure their position against their old rivals. This is why you see skirmishes going on sometimes between India and Pakistan. This is why just 2 weeks ago we saw India and China having cross-border fighting. This is why you're seeing tensions rising in different parts of the world between different groups and nations that are connected to each other or close to each other. We're seeing it everywhere. And so this is why you see China picking on Taiwan. While the world's got their eyes on Ukraine, China's got their eyes on taking Taiwan. This is why Kim Jong-un is firing off missiles and threatening South Korea. This is why you see the things you see. And I hate to bring it up before the new year, but I think this year of 2020 the most dangerous period of time in human history. I'm not saying it's a tribulation period, but you'll think it is. Please, it's time to be saved. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. We're living in the last days.